All right, this is war number 4, and let me just go ahead and say this war is insane. And it's not clickbait since it's not in the title or on the thumbnail, but trust me, this war is absolutely crazy. All right, so I'm going to be on path 1 in section 1. I've got Man-Thing and Quake. And then I'm going to be taking this Void on node 39 with Captain America. And then I've got that Thing mini-boss on node 53 that I'm going to be taking. Plus mcoc. So here's the plan. We're bringing in the rank 2 Immortal Abomination, our rank 3 Nick Fury to handle that Quake and potentially mcoc. And then obviously Captain America Infinity War, whom I'm going to use against that Void. Nick Fury is critical there in my Captain America. Infinity War is SIG 200. So every time, as long as I've got kinetic charges, every time Void would inflict a debuff, I'll automatically purify it. Alright, so here we're using Immortal Abomination. There is nothing particularly difficult about this fight with Immortal Abomination. He's obviously resistant to poison 100%. However, I am using an indestructible boost because I have been so awful this season. My confidence has been really, really low. Just in terms of my ability to clear fights without mistakes. So ultimately, in highly competitive alliance war, that is the cost. We need to make sure that I am taking every precaution at this point, and that's why I use the indestructible boost. But certainly not needed in this matchup. So I am also pretty healthfully boosted here, and I do want to bait out this SP2. But yeah, so basically my plan is to get to an SP2. I wanted to bait that SP2 out. So get to an SP2. We'll get our Toxic Aura up, which means that we're going to be inflicting poisons on him really rapidly. And then once we get to 10 poisons, we get Acid Burn on it. We inflict Acid Burn passive, which deals damage and also makes Immortal Abomination fully unblockable. So, I mean, that worked out really, really well. Certainly didn't need the indestructible boost, but again, it was just an extra precaution because I've been pretty poor this season so far. Now this fight, I wanted to get off some reparries with Nick Fury to make sure that she didn't throw her heavies. Just, obviously Nick Fury, if I were to lose my first life, it would still be okay. I'd become stun immune, wouldn't really have to worry about it, but that way I could kind of avoid getting any aftershock charges on me. Or, passives, whatever you want to call them. Alright, so here I'm back. I was back up in section 2, but scheduled for that Void fight. Generally speaking, I would send Pete with his full ghost team to this Void, but a full ghost team was needed elsewhere. And for a scary Domino, I'm always scared of Domino, and we usually send Pete to all Dominoes. So here I'm just going to use Captain America Infinity War. I used another indestructible boost here. So this is my second of the war. I missed the parry at the beginning, but I was able to get a reparry here and then get off that light attack intercept so I could do some actual damage. There you see I restored or purified his debuff. Just bait out this SP2. And my plan is just to get to an SP3, and then once I get to an SP3, clear his power, and then bait one of the specials to clear his power, and then get off a light attack intercept. Here's the second fight in a row where I just take a stupid combo, like just no reason, missed a parry. So here I am at 3 bars, obviously. I've got 4 kinetics now, 5 kinetics. Get off that intercept. I'm going to go ahead and charge my heavy one more time. I actually had the passive Fury already, so I didn't have to go that extra step. But, yeah, do some big damage there. We're going to get that longer lasting kinetic passive, which is going to restore that debuff that I had on me. Alright, and then I want to get off another light attack intercept, boom, nail a parry, charge heavy into the SP2, and he's dead. So that fight, other than the sloppy little combo that I took, was textbook. about as good as you can play that. Again, aside from the little mistake that was, you know, basically just I missed a parry and took a full combo. So this is the real matchup here. This is a SIG 200 rank 3 thing on one of the hardest nodes on the map. As you guys can see, I am fully boosted here. And I'm going to use my third indestructible boost of this war. Super expensive war for me. Again, my Immortal Abomination is only a rank 2. So the plan here is I'm just going to, I want to make sure first that I apply the poison, and then once I apply the poison, I can parry him. And I'm going to make a pretty huge mistake here. Right here, he's at 15. He was at 15 rock stacks, and I was just so enamored by the fact that I was parrying him that I just instinctively hit into him. This got me cornered, and at this point, I kind of have screwed up the fight. The fight was totally in hand if I didn't make a mistake. Really, this is probably realistically the best matchup available for a thing on node 53. It's extremely safe. As you guys will see here, I am just taking a beating, and I really haven't lost that much health. So with every poison that Immortal Abomination has on him, he gains physical resistance, similar to the way that Red Hulk works with his heat charges. So that's why I'm not taking like an extreme amount of damage despite being hit repeatedly. At this point, finally, the fight is back under my control. I have zero more margin for error. And I was just holding block there to bait his heavy so that I could get an in to make sure that I was able to get him up to 15 rock stacks while he had power. I've applied poison, so the stun reflection is on cooldown at this point. There we've got acid burn, which means that I'm fully unblockable, but it doesn't really matter because I needed to bait his heavy anyway. All right, and it's going to be difficult because there's a lot of stuff that's going on for you guys to pay attention to. But when I have acid burn up, just check out the damage that I'm going to be doing. And I don't know if you guys have noticed or if you have the interest to rewind and kind of just pay attention to his health bar, specifically while I have acid burn up. But I mean, just Immortal Abomination is just really good for this node. Here we're going to go with the SP3, of course, and this is going to end up killing him. So, I mean, really sloppy fight. I made basically one mistake in this fight, and it cost me, you know, 75% of my health. But this at least should serve as a showcase to Immortal Abomination being, I think, probably the tankiest champ in the game, other than maybe Thing. Just in terms of the beating that he can withstand with his physical resistance. Obviously, he's healing from willpower from all the poisons. He's also got a massive health pool. He is an incredible champ. I'm going to have an Immortal Abomination rank up video coming to the channel tomorrow, I think, too. So be on the lookout for that. But here we had a white Magneto pre-fight, a guidance placed, which just allows me to... I was checking there to make sure that I was recording, and I was also having some input issues. I know that that's an easy excuse to make that I think some YouTubers probably make and stuff, but I wanted to take a break there and make sure that I was recording and also see if there was anything, I don't know, that I was missing because I was just missing inputs. Could have been because I didn't wash my hands or something. I don't really know. I'm not trying to make a bunch of excuses, but anyway. Alright, so white Magneto guidance placed here. I tried to do the heavy in the corner thing, and the spacing was just off, which was unfortunate. But yeah, so the white Magneto guidance just allows us to fully bypass Limber because it's replacing the stun debuff with a passive stun. And at this point, really, what I need to do is just parry heavy. I did throw my SP1 there just to get above 15 tactical charges so that I'm fully unblockable. And obviously I've been awful in this fight. Once again, I'm still, for whatever reason, I'm just playing really poorly in general right now. But here I'm going to block this fully because if I were to dex it and mess up, I would die. And mercifully, we're able to get through that fight. That was the sloppiest Nick Fury fight that I've had in a long time. Basically, this is the sloppiest season I feel like I've ever had. I've had seasons where I died a lot more than this, but just in terms of confidence in gameplay, I don't know. I've been bad, but here are the cards for this war. PWF, he got a little badge on his card because he had a 100 plus streak that came to an end earlier this season. And Legacy and Amir. If you guys have any interest in having one of these cards for yourself, consider joining the channel as a member. And that is it for this video. Thank you so much. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.